Good afternoon. The Portsmouth Redevelopment and Housing Authority, PRHA Board of Commissioners meeting is held on the third Thursday of each month at 5 p.m. All meetings are conducted at PHRSA's main office, 3116 South Street, Portsmouth, Virginia, 23707. Unless otherwise noted, all members of the public are welcome to attend. Ms. Christian, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Vice Chair Cost? Here. Commissioner Morgan? Here. Commissioner Prince?
Present.
Commissioner Whalen?
Here.
Commissioner Wicks? Commissioner Wright? Here. Chair Williams?
Present.
We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Christian. Commissioners, the minutes of the November 20th, 2025 meeting were previously distributed to you. Are there any corrections or additions?
No, sir.
There being none, the minutes are approved as distributed. On the chair remarks, I make those very limited. I did go to the Lexington Reserve dedication. It was extremely well attended. I was quite impressed by the speakers that day. They did an extremely great job. Multiple members of the city council were there. And I think it was well attended by those who had an interest in seeing success being distributed. I think we have an opportunity to do even more success in the future. I think the council was extremely pleased with what had been done, and I was very proud of myself.
And your grandchildren gave good advice. I watched you.
Did
I
you?
couldn't be there, but I watched it.
Well, if they were there, it would have been a different story. Thank you, though. Now we have city council remarks. Ms. Bryant, do you have anything for us this evening?
Sure. Hi, everybody. It was a wonderful turnout for the ribbon cutting. Wanted to share some trash updates with you all. I'm not sure if you and your residents are familiar with the changes that are going on regarding recycling. So if that's something that I can put on your radar, we are using AI technology now to sort recycling from all trash. So we've heard some people notice that the blue and black cans are all being dumped into the same trucks. And that's because residents don't need to sort their recycling anymore. When it goes to the facility, AI cameras and technology are doing that. So it's incredibly significant because it increases the percentage of recyclables we're able to keep out of the landfill. And the landfill space is only so big. So this will help us conserve space out in Suffolk at the landfill for another generation, several generations. So we're thinking ahead with that. And the changes in recycling, of course, are alarming some people who think that now we're just not recycling at all. But I wanted your help to make clear that that's a positive change. But it, of course, requires some messaging.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you getting rid of the blue cans or?
I think in the new year, there is a plan to market this to the public a little bit more directly. I don't know that they will take away cans. I don't think it's been decided yet what exactly will happen, but for now, you can put all of your trash in either can every week and they will take both cans. So,
Oh,
yes,
so the pickup is actually for both cans every week?
yes,
Oh, you know, I was wondering why my neighbor had put his can out
yes.
the other day.
It's beautiful this time of year,
No, I kept
especially
thinking, he's got the wrong date. Okay.
So look for more information on that in the new year, but certainly that's something that we can share within our communities.
I think that's well done. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ms. Bryant. Ms. Winston?
Just a few updates. Wanted to remind you that the holiday gathering is tomorrow. I hope that you all can make it. We will provide transportation if you need it. So we'll have the PRJ van running. So if you want to ride on the van with us, please be here at 3:00 and we'll gladly take you over with us. Also, we're going to be doing prizes and we have a video bingo. I've never played that, but staff is excited about it. We have some games. And so I'm excited to learn video bingo. I hope you'll be there as well. Church and Community Action will host their MLK breakfast on January the 19th at 8 a.m. So if you're interested in going, please let Miss Christian know so she can put you down, okay? And let us know by January the 6th, that would be helpful. As the chair stated, the Lexington Reserve was a huge success. We had, of course, City Council, Mayor, President, Virginia Housing, HUD, residents attended, our design team attended. And so we are excited about Lexington Reserve. And I heard many comments where I have never seen a senior property look this nice. So we have a lot to be proud of, there. So I'm excited for what's to come. And Ms. Thornwell will provide an update for you in a few minutes, okay? So looking ahead next year, we have a lot of exciting work ahead of us. We have the demolition of Swanson, the demolition of 5315 High Street. We're going to be rehabbing Seaboard Square and Westbury properties. And we have the construction, hopefully, of Twin Pine coming soon. So we have a lot going on in 26, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Sounds great.
When do we break ground on the house on the, not London?
Youth bill.
Yeah.
The youth bill house. So the permits were approved last week. So we'll start that in January.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the presentation of the 2026 budget. Winston, you, Sure.
Sterling will be presenting.
Good evening, Chair, Commissioners. Okay, in your packet, we have a couple budget sheets. Something is prepared for y'all. So the one I have in my hand right at the moment is the one with all the properties. It starts with Westbury Pine. So this is all of our properties, budgets. There's a few of them that will say 0. Those are basically the mixed finance properties. So what happens is those ones have HUD and an investor. And sometimes I can make you aware of how some of these portfolios are made up of. But again, we don't like to give our money because with public housing money, it's fungible across our public housing properties.
Yeah.
So we try to keep it over in our agency side. So we just match enough subsidy to match the expenses. So it's going to come out to 0 on the property side.
Okay.
So the investor is not really getting our money. Pretty much all the properties we're showing as a profit. And I like to share these with you, but because we have an investor, they will get the say in saying whether or not they approve these or not. And then if I have to come back and make any additions, I will, let you know. But usually, they kind of like let us get by with whatever we say. And we've already started kind of sending them out to the investors. So some of the fees that are in this then filter into our agency side, which is in the next. It starts with Swanson. Of course, we don't have anything for Swanson because Swanson's pretty much done, empty. And then the first several here with the 83 through, those are our AMPs. This is when I say AMP, this is the public housing side of some of these mixed finance over here. This is the vehicle that HUD, we have to bring in the subsidy through this AMP, and then I can transfer it out to cover the expenses over on those ones there. And it is only just for a limited, we only have 5 of those properties. So our subsidy, the 2 seaboards were, we kind of, because of the JPID grant that ended July of 31st, 25, is still affecting some of this. So sometimes I may have to take some of the subsidy and stuff from one of these other entities, and I can do like an operating transfer into it to make it flush. The 1 amp, we did have a positive, so that kind of just sits there because then like, say if I do have something come up, then I can move this money around, between them. Going into 2026, we have a positive. Last year, we had a negative $90,000 in our COCC, so with, housing and the increase in rents that we're gonna be, putting on the books for this year, that transfers over according to revenue, and then on the public housing one, it's always based on the units leased, so it's important to keep the units, leased up. So we're starting out 2026, hopefully with a positive budget on the agency side, so we've come a long way. So, and then, of course, we list our housing choice voucher, that is basically only the admin, because HAP can be spent on HAP. So this is just the admin fee, profit, and then we have our management isn't positive, so it was a great undertaking to get us to a positive budget this year. That's all I have.
If there's any questions for Minister?
Hold on, it's a lot of work.
Thank you.
The, so we need to vote on resolution 2025-34, resolution adopting the consolidated and assessment management project-based operating budget for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. Chairs, now you need a motion.
I motion to approve the budget as it is, knowing that there may be some changes due to investor.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
I believe the next two items, have to go to executive session, but prior to going to executive session, are there any departmental updates?
Yeah. Come back. And then we'll have, Ms. Warren.
So as you all know, last month we got the 21 agency audits submitted. I worked this past week and got it through the federal clearinghouse. And then when you get it up into the FDS system, the auditors have to do something, then I have to go in and do it like an IPA review, and we just kind of flip back and forth, but we got that all entered. So 21 is done. And we're working with HCV. Our 22, we've already been told, is going to cover the housing choice voucher again, public housing, and our capital fund. But we have to do capital fund at least every 3 years. And so it's been a while since it's been audited, so we're going to be working on that for the 22 year. So we are hoping to get them some items before we leave break tomorrow. And then they're going to pull a sample, and then they're tentatively scheduled to be on site for the 26th of January to do like file reviews. For Lexington Reserve, we at the PRHA allocated a $500,000 loan. Mrs. Winston ended up getting Virginia Housing to supplement that for us. It's a $500,000, but we have to spend the money first and then they will reimburse us.
Okay.
Since I've depleted all of our stuff when we had to take care of the King Square $3 million bond thing back here, early of last year. We're still working on trying to get that money back, but in the meantime, I am gonna have to pull, we kind of mentioned it a little bit last month, but I am gonna have to dip into the reserve $500,000. So what we'll do is I'll have the investment company put the money in our bank. Development will, spend the $500,000 with the Lexington Reserve, and then we'll submit it over to Virginia Housing and they'll give us the money back. It'll just be an equity transfer from our PHDC into our management account, and then we'll hold that money because we're gonna have some more stuff going on with Seaboard. But we just wanted to make you aware that I am gonna have to pull that down.
Okay.
What's the lag in between spending and reimbursement?
They usually reimburse us within about 30 days, 30 to 45 days. So, so one of the parameters with the Virginia Housing Funds is that it's on a reimbursement basis. So you spend it and you get the money back. And so, but they usually try to get the funds back in 30 to 45 days.
We did it with a small, 20-some thousand, I think we did for
Mhm.
Swanson, and that
Mhm.
was about this timeframe.
Any additional questions for Mr.
Thank you.
Very good.
Any additional?
Yes, development, the presentation. Those who were not able to attend.
Good
the ribbon
evening.
cutting.
Yes, everyone has said, it was a wonderful event last Tuesday. Admittedly, we were a little bit concerned given the weather. No, people were gonna show, well, people were gonna show, they did. A lot more than expected. So here is a video that has been put together. Sorry.
So it was truly a wonderful event for us. And if you notice, one of the youth build students was in that picture. So he's working with Breeden and he helped work on this project. Right? So we're excited to see him. And you all missed out, we didn't on some good food. It was good. Very good food.
And I think the intent is to have this place fully occupied by the end of the month.
It will be.
They've been working after hours. I went. Night.
Without a
When my
doubt.
family moved in, it was after 5. So y'all still there? So I came there. I did look there. Apartment was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
We working to get them all in, so they will be in, and they're excited.
It's a challenge.
New home, yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but you know, just to see their smiles on their face, it just makes it worth it.
Any additional?
No.
Okay. At this time, we will open the floor for public comment. And let me just add, members of the public who wish to speak are allotted 5 minutes per speaker. Please state your name for the record after beginning your remarks. Comments should be directed to the board as a whole and limited to matters within the jurisdiction of this body. As a reminder, public comment is an opportunity for the board to listen. Board members will not respond to comments, ask questions, or engage in dialogue during this portion of the meeting. Issues raised may be referred to staff or placed on a future agenda as appropriate. Please maintain a respectful tone. Personal attacks, profane language, and comments that disrupt the orderly conduct of the meeting are not permitted. because I asked to adhere to the time limit so that everyone has an opportunity to be heard. When your time is expired, I will ask you to conclude your remark. If you have additional comments you would like to submit, written comments may be provided to the clerk at the conclusion of the record. With that, the floor is now open for public comment. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, my name is Patricia Alexander.
Yes, ma'am.
I have an issue. I was awarded a voucher from Boston Housing Authority on 10/31/25. Then I was out looking for a place. I found the place. I'm a resident of Chesapeake. I signed all my paperwork. I got the voucher. The landlord, I found the house, like I said, the landlord did his part. And then I had a phone call from Ms. Kiva. She's here, Ms. Kiva Newsom, saying that my voucher was invalid. And I was trying to figure out why is my voucher invalid? And I was told about I don't know who fault, it must be the worker's fault. I didn't have two workers.
Yeah.
Yes. And they said it was picked, I don't know, out of order or something like that. I really still don't understand what's going on, to tell you the truth. But I'm trying to figure out, how can you give someone a voucher and then say it's invalid? I didn't look for the place, like I said, everything. I'm thinking, I'm getting a phone call saying, because I had been calling, because it's been like days, and I said, well, let me call and see what's going on. I'm thinking, I'm waiting for an inspector, because I know it takes some time, and then you had the holidays, Thanksgiving. And then, like I said, I get this phone call from Ms. Newsom saying my voucher is invalid. Then she emailed me some paperwork. So I ran that off, at the library, and I'm still in all like, what's going on? I never heard of this before.
Ms. Winston, can you arrange to meet with her or
Absolutely,
have someone meet with her so she has a better understanding of what's happening?
absolutely. I will.
I called Richmond and I talked to someone and they told me like, it's up to Portsmouth Housing Authority to like reinstate my voucher because we don't have a good reason for it to be invalid.
Well, I don't know what the reason is, and I'm going against everything I said in my little script.
Yeah. Okay,
But if there is a list of 100 people,
okay,
if you're number 97 and they issue you a voucher in error, then they have an obligation to take that back because the person who's number 1 should have gotten the voucher. That's probably not a clear understanding. It probably would be better if you meet with Ms. Winston and she can give you a much better explanation. But I think that's the logical reason for them to take it back. I don't know, but I think if you meet with her or her staff, they can explain to you better. Can you arrange to, are you working, ma'am? Do you work?
yes, I do work.
Okay. Well, we can arrange.
Yeah, I
Mr.
can,
Williamson, can you go out with her and arrange the time that she can meet the
Okay.
staff?
Okay.
Is that,
That's fine.
Winston, is that all right with
that's
you?
okay.
Because she probably does need an explanation.
Okay.
Can you? Ma'am, he's gonna take you out, he's
Okay.
gonna meet with you, to see if we can get you an explanation as to what's happening. Violated own statement, but anyway, hey, it is what it is. Are there any additional speakers for the evening? There being none. At this time, resolution 2025-35 is a resolution for the Portsmouth Redevelopment and Housing Authority convening closed meeting on December 18th, 2025. The motion to close meeting reads as follows. Move that the meeting reconvene in a closed meeting for the purpose of, 1, to discuss the award of a public contract involving the expenditure of public funds, including interviewing bidders and offerers in discussion of the terms or scope of such contract. Such discussion in an open session would adversely affect the bargaining position or negotiating strategy of the public body, specifically concerning roof replacements, construction services pursuant to Virginia Code 2-2 2:2-3711, parentheses A, parentheses, and 9. Having read the resolution, declares the need of a motion.
Motion.
We have a motion to go into executive session. We have a second. We have a motion and a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in an executive session.